Hi everyone, this is Josh Fisher. I'm the Senior Product Manager of the Commerce Edition here at Acumatica. Today I'd like to show you a demo of Acumatica's Commerce Edition. Now before we jump into the demo, there's a few slides that I want to talk you through to help you understand the Commerce Edition. We call the Commerce Edition the Commerce Enabled ERP. And what we mean by that is that the ERP functions as the source of truth for our merchants, and then the Commerce platform becomes an extension of that ERP. So merchants team members can log into the ERP, and that's where they can manage their different area of the business, whether it's accounting, inventory management, customer relationship management, processing sales orders, whatever it may be. And we have a commerce connector which connects the ERP to e-commerce platforms. Now we do that with a commerce connector being the layer on top of the ERP, which transfers data back and forth. And this data, it can transfer in real time, or it can be manually synchronized, or it can be set on a schedule, right? But the idea is that the ERP is the central source of truth. That is the area where all the data resides, including product data, customer data, whatever it may be. That information then pushes out to the e-commerce platform. The e-commerce platform is where customers can engage with the merchant. It's where they can read about products, they can see images, they can watch videos, they can even create accounts and place orders. And when they place those orders, the order is going to flow back into the ERP. Again, it could be in real time or it could be manually synced. But when that order comes in, it comes in as a sales order. And the team can manage that order as they usually would inside the ERP. Once they've processed and shipped the order, it's going to send a status notification back out to the website, and it's obviously going to send out emails and messages to the customer to let them know about the order. Today, through the demo, I'm going to talk about different personas, including customers, the e-commerce manager, shipping clerks, and other folks. Now, there's many different use cases that we could walk you through with the Commerce Edition. But today's demonstration, it's relatively basic. It's like the baseline of what's possible with this solution. Mainly, we're going to go through the process of editing a product and seeing those edits synchronize with the BigCommerce system. In this case, we're going to be demoing BigCommerce. We'll show you how you can optimize the customer experience on the website, whether it's through customer-specific pricing or managing inventory levels and how the customer experiences products based on those inventory levels. Then back inside the ERP, we're going to fulfill an order and take it clear through closing out the invoice. So this will give you a pretty wide understanding of the basics of the Commerce Edition. And from here on out, you can learn more about how the system can be configured, data can be filtered, you can add customizations and configurations that meet your specific business use cases. Here's a typical workflow of orders and data as it's flowing from the ERP to BigCommerce. As you can see on the far left, we have a e-commerce manager that's managing product information. It flows out to the website. Customer logs in. They see their customer specific pricing, which is being managed from the ERP. They add the item to their cart, create the sales order in the ERP. The warehouse picks and packs and ships that order. And then that's going to send information back to the customer. And then the finance team is going to be able to create the invoice and release the payments on that purchase. Okay, so let's jump into the demo. Let's start with the demo by looking at the ERP as if I'm a product manager. So as a product manager, I'm going to go into my inventory and pull up one of my items that I either want or know is on the e-commerce website. Here I'm pulling up this Nikon D7500 camera. We can also see this on the website here. If we go into cameras, I'll drill down to my Nikon D7500. Notice that on the website, I just have this simple test in the product title. You can see that here in the ERP as well. I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and we'll save this product. And while we're saving, in real time, that information is being sent over to BigCommerce to update on the website. And we'll show you that in just a second. For now, when you're looking at an inventory item inside of Acumatica, there's a lot of information that you can manage about this item. Things like warehouse details, vendor details, clear down to pricing and attributes, everything else. When you add Commerce Edition, some of this information out of the box flows over to the BigCommerce product details page. So as we talked about, the product title, the pricing information. When we're in the attributes, all of the images that are associated with the product in the ERP will upload to BigCommerce. Your products could have unique attributes associated with those. You can expose one or more of these attributes to push this information over to BigCommerce. The sales category is associated with the product category inside BigCommerce. And then we also have the description, which has this nice rich media interface, so WYSIWYG, which you see is what you get. So you can add headers and bullets and nice styling. This will export out to BigCommerce as HTML. And then that leaves us with the eCommerce tab. So in the eCommerce tab, this is where you can manage information like your search engine optimization keywords. You can add YouTube videos, Vimeo videos, even external images can be added here. You can do things like control the customer experience around this product. For instance, you can set the visibility. We could make this product visible, featured, or invisible. And we can control the customer experience based on the inventory levels. So for instance, if you had a product that you knew once you ran out of stock, you weren't going to sell this product any longer, you could tell the system to track the quantity and then set the item as disabled on the website. That means that as soon as inventory hits a certain amount, usually 0, you can set it to whatever you like, then this page is simply disabled on the BigCommerce site. And of course, if you wanted to continue taking back orders, you could do nothing, or you can use this pre-order setting, which allows you to communicate to the customer that this item's on back order and there may be a 2-week delay, or whatever you want it to be. Okay. And like I said, this system right now is set up to export information in real time. So when I made that change on the title earlier and saved it, I'm expecting that to populate here in BigCommerce. So I'll refresh this page. And as you can see, that test is now gone in the title. And this is everything that we looked at before. The title, all the product images are here, the pricing information, the SKU, those attributes, stock levels. Down here is the styled description and even the videos. So the idea here is that you can manage your products inside the ERP. That's where the majority of your work can be done, and you can expect the customer to have a great experience on the website. I'm going to go ahead and add this item to my cart. And real quick, before we check out, I also want to show you 2 other things. Inside the apparel section, we have a t-shirt, and as as consumers, we've all experienced this. You go to a website, you're looking at something like a t-shirt, you have to choose the different sizes and colors of this product. It could be any kind of product. Now, in reality, the customer is thinking of this as one product, but in reality, it's actually, in this case, about 24 different SKUs of all the different variations of these options together. Again, all of this is managed inside the ERP with our Matrix Inventory tool. It's very easy to work with, and you have the ability to manage this in the ERP, push everything out to BigCommerce, and you can do things like modify the price or modify information about individual products inside the ERP in case that experience is necessary. I'll go ahead and add a t-shirt to my cart as well, and we're going to proceed to checkout. Now when I get into checkout, the system is recognizing that I'm a guest. I'm an anonymous user. I'm not logged in. Imagine that I'm a B2B customer. And as a B2B customer, I know that I have customer specific pricing with this seller. And this camera, which is $14.99, from my perspective, it should be cheaper than that. So let's go ahead and sign into the system as a B2B customer. And notice that the pricing is now dropped to $12.99. What's happening is I have customer specific pricing set up for different customers inside the ERP, and that's exporting out to BigCommerce. So you can manage your customer specific pricing, volume based discounts, even sales prices inside the ERP, and you can push that out to BigCommerce. And it could be on a product by product level, it could be based on product categories. There's flexibility there. Now that I'm logged into the system, obviously the e-commerce site recognizes all of my addresses. My address information is mapped to my customer record in the ERP and vice versa. So updates could happen on either system, and you would expect those updates to synchronize between the two systems. In this case, I'm going to use my standard address for shipping and billing, and then we'll move on to the shipping options. For this instance, I only have flat fee shipping options set up. Of course, you could integrate with FedEx or UPS. You could integrate with services like ShipStation, or you can just use these flat fee options. All of these shipping options will map to ShipVias inside the ERP. For now, I'm going to pick the flat rate 2-day. We'll continue. Now, because I'm a B2B customer, I can check out with my account terms. This will allow me to check out now without giving a credit card, and then the payment can happen on the back end, or I can check out with a credit card. Lots of different options with payment as well. In this case, I'm going to just use my terms, and we're going to place this order. And it looks like this is order 248. Because I have that real-time integration, I can expect to see this order flow into the ERP any moment now. Now I'm back inside the ERP, and this time imagine that I'm an e-commerce manager. This is the commerce dashboard that comes standard with the Commerce Edition. We imagine that e-commerce managers would come into work in the morning, have their coffee, and this would be the first page that they would look at as they're starting their day. This gives them quick insight to everything that's happening as far as e-commerce is concerned. As you can see in my incoming orders area here, I have 2 incoming orders, one of which is the one that I just submitted. Now, a real organization would probably be using these automated process orders feature. So when I go into sales orders, process orders, I can select an action to create a shipment. This is showing me all the orders that are ready to be packaged and shipped. I can use the automation tool to set a schedule, so every couple of minutes the system will process these orders for me. But in this case, I'm going to go through all these different steps manually. Now I see that was order 248 that we placed as a customer earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and open that sales order. And from here, I just want to show you the sales order and how it comes in to the ERP. It's everything that you would expect it to be, just as if this order was created by a customer service rep. In this case, I'm just going to use the manual action to create a shipment. We'll choose the warehouse and click OK. Okay, so now this shipment is ready to go. Let's close this out. Now imagine that I am a shipping clerk. Let's go into the dashboards. I'm going to open up the window as if I were a shipping clerk. And this is where I'm managing all of the incoming orders and all the orders that are ready to pick and pack. So the order that just came in is right here. I'm going to go ahead and open up that order. And as a shipping clerk, I'm opening this up so that I can go in and print my pick list. And with this pick list, I'm able to walk around the warehouse with my mobile device, scan these barcodes, and quickly prepare this package. So let's close this out, and we're going to go back into the order. Because I'm not going to do that today, I'm just going to pretend like we're ready to ship this item. So from here, I would print my labels, and then once I'm done, I would confirm the shipment. Okay, that was quick. Now, after I've confirmed this shipment, that real-time integration is sending an update back to the BigCommerce site. So the inside of the My Account area, the customer is going to see the status of their order. When we open this up, notice that right now it says awaiting shipment. But in the next couple seconds, I'll be able to refresh this and I'll see that my item is shipped. And there we go. So I would also be able to open up this order and see my tracking number if there was one. Additionally, this BigCommerce system can be configured to send off emails and text messages and any kind of notification you want to send directly to the customer. Okay, so back in the ERP, we're going to go ahead and process this shipment. Now keep in mind, number one, again, all of this could be automated. I'm just going through this manually, but notice that you have these automation tools that you could apply. What we're going to do is pull up all of the shipments that are ready for invoices. Well, we're going to select action, prepare invoice. I can see this is the order that we've been working through. I'll go ahead and process this. Okay, we can close this down. Let's go into our sales orders and pull up the invoices. Here I can see that my invoice now is balanced. And we're going to release the invoice. And once that invoice has been released, let's imagine that we received payment back. Remember, this is a B2B customer, so likely an invoice has been sent to the customer and they've sent back payment. We're going to go ahead and enter that payment information and we'll release the payment, and now we're done. If we go into invoices, we'll see that this order is now closed. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Now from here on out, there's lots of detail that we could get into, which are specific to customers' unique business scenarios. But this is the baseline introduction to the integration between Acumatica and BigCommerce. Thanks for your time.